No more making programs, rules, and initiatives about us without us. Hey y'all, my name is LaGina and I am the founder of the Us Space. I have over 20 years experience in customer service, operations, program development, and community engagement. Did you know that women of color represent 64% of newly created businesses in 2020 in America? And according to our customer discovery survey, 54% of women cite a lack of community as a major challenge in business productivity. 1/4 say that they have difficulty being visible in their industries, and 45% say that they need more access to reliable resources. Enter into the market, the Us Space. We are intentionally creating space for our growing collective of women of color and women-centric organizations to thrive. We are answering the challenges of finding community, lack of visibility, and access to reliable resources. We are unique because we are serving a market that is not directly being tapped into at the moment. Our competitive advantage is the way we are approaching our solutions through our pillars, the powers of our Ps. We are growing our collective through programming that amplifies our members' expertise, partnerships directly benefiting our collective and increasing resources, professionalism by seeing each of our members' unique needs and answering them, and helping increase productivity through accountability and providing opportunities for our members to be visible to increase their prosperity. In the last year, we have launched our virtual work accountability day called The Plug, grown our collective membership to over 25 active members all over the country, and signed a major partnership with the Canon, where we now have a physical location for our members to meet here in Houston, Texas. We are launching our paid collective membership in September, along with our crowdfunding campaign. Through our Space as a Service model, our SOM is 2 years where we will generate $1.5 million. With our potential winnings from this competition, we will buy new sustainable devices and also transform the landscape of the Us Space with digital support. Join the Us Space as we become the lightning rod for women of color and women-centric organizations to be seen, heard, understood, and found. Thank you. And I'll take questions now.
Thank you, LaGina. Judges, do you have any questions for her?
Hi, LaGina. Thanks for the presentation.
Yes,
so you said you had 25 members currently?
Yes, ma'am. All over the country.
All over the country. And what is your projected membership over the next 3 years?
Over the next 3 years, our hope is to, continue growing our partnerships with places like the Canon, but actually, raise our money to be in our own physical locations. And our projection is we should be able to house 125 active members in a physical location because, shared spaces, people come in and out and everything like that in a 10,000 square foot facility.
And why can I ask one more question? Okay, and sorry, LaGina, and then just obviously with our current environment that everybody's in right now, how has COVID changed how you're thinking about getting people together?
COVID changed everything for everybody, I believe, right? Like it's not just one person. And it's more about understanding that this is the way we're moving forward in the country. And uniquely enough, the Us Space concept started in 2019 because I'm an artist, I'm a podcaster. These are all things I need to support of women of color in the community. And so we actually started, like I said, that virtual with the Plug. But as soon as we had the opportunity to get in the physical space, masks and social distancing and private conference room and sound booths definitely come into play, and a lot of outdoor activities like we plan on meeting this weekend at a food truck. So
great, thank you.
Yes,
again, thanks for the presentation. Where the 1.5 million that you quoted, what's the primary source of your revenue?
Yeah, absolutely. It's through memberships and also like event spaces and conferences coming in. We like to think of ourselves as doing a paradigm shift from like co-working and flex spaces, because that's like an antiquated model, and more is a space as a service.
Okay, so so all of your revenue is from membership?
No,
And-
membership and also event and space rentals with partnerships.
Okay.
The idea is for us to be a lightning rod. So if people are like, oh, I need to have a conference and I need reliable speakers, let's just have it at the space because they also have the speakers.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
are you monetizing then access to your member base through other companies or partners?
Yes, so
Okay.
we will be fully monetized in September. So like in like 7 days. And we have different tiers of memberships. And we're
Okay.
also looking to gain partnerships to help offset some of the costs so that we can stay accessible to small business owners and women of color.
And you mentioned, so I got one more question. You're talking about the market opportunity. You answered Iris's question about the member. What does that projected member base represent as a percentage of the marketable opportunity to people that would benefit from this program?
Are you asking where I got the SOM from?
Yes.
So as you can imagine, with projections and everything else, it is really hard to get that number. So I have like 5 different articles I use. And first I found the global projection for the TAM, which is, our total addressable market. And I took that along with how many projected there are in the world, found how many are in the country, and then in the state, and then in the city. And co-working shared flex space models have a 25% growth rate every year for at least the next 5 years, obviously, because a lot of businesses are moving to these flex models and remote and everything else, but people still want like camaraderie in offices. So I took all that, did the 25% growth rate in the city, and just like what Melissa said earlier, the cannon's even growing. So those rates were projected, and that's where I got the number after 2 years of us being fully up and running.
Thank you.
Thank you, LaGina.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Veza, whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much.